Rome wasn't just built in a day, it was nearly burned down in one. Power was up for sale, and the highest bidder won. But what happens when an empire is run like an auction? And what if the people refuse to accept their new ruler? The year 193 CE wasn't just chaotic, it was a warning. Let's talk about how Rome's downfall started with one brutal mistake. Picture this, it's New Year's Eve, 192 CE, and instead of fireworks and champagne, Rome gets a murder. Emperor Commodus, a man who thought he was the reincarnation of Hercules but acted more like a reality show villain, was assassinated in his bath by his own people. Why? Well, after years of dressing up as a gladiator, bleeding the treasury dry, and treating the Senate like his personal punching bag, his inner circle decided enough was enough. Enter Narcissus, not the Greek myth, but a very real, very strong athlete, who strangled the emperor on orders from Rome's elite. And just like that, the empire was in crisis mode. The Senate scrambled to clean up the mess, installing Pertinax, a strict general who came in like a dad confiscating the family credit card. He tried to cut spending, but the Praetorian Guard, the empire's supposed protectors, weren't happy about losing their cushy perks. So, after just 87 days, they stormed the palace and assassinated him too. And if you think that's where the madness ends, buckle up. The Praetorian Guard, now fully embracing the chaos, decided to auction off the throne to the highest bidder. Imagine eBay. But instead of rare collectibles, the prize was an entire empire. Enter Didius Julianus, a wealthy senator who won by promising each soldier a fat paycheck. The Senate, terrified, nodded along, but the people of Rome, they were not impressed. Riots broke out, and across the empire, generals saw their chance to grab power. 3 contenders emerged: Pescennius Niger in the east, Clodius Albinus in Britain, and Septimius Severus in the Balkans. And if you know anything about Roman history, you know this wasn't going to end with a friendly handshake. Severus, a no-nonsense military mastermind, marched on Rome first, forcing the Senate to recognize him as emperor. Julianus, the guy who literally bought the empire, found himself abandoned and very quickly executed, his reign lasting a grand total of 66 days. But Severus wasn't done. He had 2 more rivals to crush. First, he went after Niger, defeating him in a brutal showdown at Issus in 194 CE. Yes, the same place Alexander the Great made history. Niger tried to flee, but Severus made sure he didn't get far. With the east secured, Severus then turned to Albinus, who had been pretending to be his ally, but was clearly waiting for his turn to take the throne. The final showdown happened in 197 CE at Lugdunum, modern-day Lyon, France, in one of the bloodiest battles Rome had ever seen. Severus won, Albinus lost, along with his life, and just to make a point, Severus had his corpse desecrated. Message received. Now the undisputed ruler, Severus didn't just take the throne, he remade it. He disbanded the treacherous Praetorian Guard, replaced them with his own men, and doubled down on military rule. His reign kicked off the Severan dynasty, which lasted nearly 4 decades, but it came at a cost. Rome had become a battlefield where power belonged to the strongest general, not the best leader. And that was a dangerous precedent. The whole, let's just let the army decide who's in charge approach would spiral out of control in the coming centuries, leading to the crisis of the 3rd century, 50 years of emperors dropping like flies, and the empire on the brink of collapse. The Year of the 5 Emperors wasn't just a political mess, it was Rome's warning sign in neon lights. When money, military loyalty, and sheer brutality decide who rules, stability becomes a distant memory. So what do you think? Could Rome have avoided this mess, or was this chaos inevitable? Let's chat in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and I'll catch you soon in another video.